What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm finally doing To All the Bags I Loved Before part 3. If you want to watch parts 1 and 2, I will have them linked down below, but I know that this has been long overdue because I believe the last one I did, I don't even remember when it was. It might have been 2020, I think, because I'm pretty sure I filmed one before the last bag collection video and then I filmed one after that one. But yeah, I was surprised at how long this list was because I think the last video had about 10 bags. This one, we're almost at 20. So I do have a fair bit of bags to go over since that last one. And mind you, this has been over the course of 2 years. So there have been a lot of shifts and changes in my collection since that video. I'm really excited to finally share this with you guys. I know a lot of you have been asking for it, so we are going to get started. But if you're new here, my name is Alyssa Lenore, and these kinds of luxury fashion related videos. I also do vlogs where I talk about travel, home things, interiors. And so if you like the energy, you like the vibe, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so that you know posted videos. And let's get to the video. Please excuse Wade, he's just kind of running around the house. But let me pull up my notes so we can get started. So just to preface this, I did start doing a add one bag to my collection, sell one, just because I didn't want the quantity to keep on growing. I just didn't want to keep bags for the sake of keeping them. So I have been pretty good about letting go of pieces that just didn't fit my style anymore, or I wasn't really gravitating more towards anymore. And it's not anything personal with the bag. It's never anything like, oh my God, I hate this bag now. It's just that I may have fallen out of love with it. A lot of the times when I sell bags too, or when something leaves my collection, it's not even that I posted it up online for sale. Sometimes someone will literally just message me telling me that they're looking for a specific bag, but maybe I got the bag in a specific colorway that's not available anymore. So yeah, we're going to get started because there's a lot and I don't want to ramble on too much before I even get to the bags. So we're going to get started. I'm going to batch the first 3. We've got my LV Keepall 45, LV Palm Springs Mini, Fenty Baguette. And I'm grouping these together because this was really when I started to just move away from a lot of logo and like monogram patterns. And so these were really like the last bags that I have in my collection. Now I do have Goyard, but I feel like it's not as, I don't know, like loud in my opinion. I don't know. Keepall 45 duffel. I loved traveling with it. So it's all like, honestly, LV makes really great luggage. It's just that, I don't know, I was carrying totes sometimes, or I would bring like a canvas tote. I just wasn't really reaching for the duffel anymore. Palm Springs Mini, I still really love this bag. It's still one of my favorite, probably like little handbags ever made that's a backpack style. It's just that, again, the monogram, I was moving away from it, but still really great. I was looking at photos of this and I was like, oh, that was a really cute bag. I will say though that I have not ever regretted selling a bag. So when someone reaches out to me or lets me know that they're looking for something, it really puts me in a position to think, oh, do I really love this bag or am I okay to let it go? So yeah, those are my first 3. The next one is the Prada reedition. I had the LV Multi Pochette, which was mentioned in the last To All the Bags I Loved Before, because I loved the Prada reedition more. But it was a bag that felt a little bit more on the casual side for me. And again, this was one of the bags where someone messaged me about it and I was willing to let it go. Still a really great bag. I also love that they did the Saffiano for the current reeditions. Prada is still doing really well. I mean, I'm currently wearing this knit. The next batch is a pretty big batch. I think there's 8 bags and they're all Chanel. So I for sure went through like a Chanel obsession and cleanse all within like the past 2 years. And I think that had a lot to do with, you know, just like I was falling in love with certain styles. And then all of a sudden there were just so many aggressive price increases that it was really turning me off as a customer to Chanel. Just keep that in mind. Even though I still have like my key favorites in my collection, I'm down to about 5. Like I still love my classic flaps, my vintage Diana, but I definitely shrunk this down. I also like began my Hermes journey, so a lot of the shuffling had to do with that too. So there were a lot of things. The first one I'm going to mention is this Chanel vintage camera bag. It's like a suede material, I think, or velvet. I'm pretty sure it was suede. But basically I had a family friend that was really interested in it, so I ended up selling it to her. The next two are my Deauville bags because I had a striped one and then I sold the striped one to get a leather one. And again, it was just, you know, it was great while I was using it, but then I really wasn't using it as much as I thought I would. I think something about the Chanel just being printed on it, or I just liked using my Dior book tote over these bags. They do come in so many different sizes. It just personally like wasn't for me because I thought it was a really great kind of summery bag to like travel with, but then I also didn't really want a Chanel bag to use for travel or beaches or anything like that. So ended up letting those go, and yeah, no regrets over there. Also, as I'm looking at this list, quick shout out to Rita Lux who helped me sell so many of my Chanel pieces. I really love working with them because they're so fast, because they do direct buyouts, and they're able to ship internationally, which I know has been a frustration when I'm selling pieces on my own on my social media. When I do things through Rita Lux, they're able to ship internationally, fully insured, all that good stuff. So just another quick shout out to them because again, as I'm going through this list, I'm realizing how many of my bags they found new homes for. And the thing about, you know, like selling a bag, it's not just because I am over it and I'm done with it. It's just that I genuinely want that bag to be used. And if I know that I'm not using it, I would love for it to go to someone who genuinely will get a lot of use out of it, because that's what the bags are for. Chanel Jumbo, I got that back in 2016 and that was $5,500 at the time. The prices now are, I don't even know how much it is. I'll write that down over here. But yeah, I was able to, you know, recover what I spent on it. Next are my Tweed Chanel 19s. And I was so obsessed with a Chanel Tweed 19. But then when I got my lambskin one from Rita Lux, it was just the one that I was always gravitating towards because the silhouette of it was a little bit more casual and the material made it less worrisome for me. With the tweed, I was trying to be very, very careful on it because of pilling, snags. And so I ultimately just ended up deciding that those were not bags that I could really see myself keeping forever. So I wanted to kind of give them a new home while they were still in really, really great condition. The Chanel 19 in the navy was my very first one. And then the Oreo one was the second one that I fell in love with. And then third time's the charm with the one that I got from Rita Lux. Next is my Chanel Gabrielle bag. And this one I got in 2018. And I love this one for so long, but you know, it really wasn't carrying everything I needed it to. And the chains were just getting so fussy that it was becoming kind of like half of the bag. And with the mixed metals, I was definitely picking the 19 over the Gabrielle just because I was able to fit a lot more inside it. Next is probably gonna be controversial. It is my Chanel Pearl bag, and I got this one back in 2019. And this bag is definitely like a hit or miss. It's, a lot of people said that it was like a collector's item and that I needed to keep it forever, but it really was just like sitting on my shelf and I was never really reaching for it. And it was just too pretty of a bag to like keep on a shelf, you know? So Rita Lux helped me find an amazing home for this one because the resale value on this pearl bag, because it was such like a highly coveted style, was crazy. I'm sure that it is in a very loving home now. I don't have any regrets letting it go. The pandemic also really shifted my perspective in terms of what bags I wanted to keep and what bags I was willing to, you know, let go of. I wasn't leaving the house as much. I mean, granted, we all weren't leaving the house as much. We weren't really traveling. And so just sitting at home, I was just kind of always looking at my collection and thinking, you know, if it was something that I was willing to keep forever or if I would be okay to let it go. Next, I have two Celine bags. So the first one is the Celine Sangle and the Celine Ava. And both of these bags, someone contacted me about them and was looking for it. So those are bags that I was happily ready to let go of. The Sangle is still probably my favorite work tote to suggest, or for school if you are looking for something that is designer. I just really love the silhouette of it. It was one of the bags that I knew I wasn't using often enough to kind of keep around, and because I switched my Sangle from a black to an olive green color, someone was looking for that color specifically, so I ended up just being able to ship it out to her. So the Celine Ava is still a great casual style if you're looking for something that can be a little bit more relaxed and everyday. It fits a lot inside, but if you are looking for a similar silhouette, new YSL one. But if you're not so big into logos or hardware, they have the nylon versions for the reedition, and then they also have the Saffiano versions now too in like so many different colors. Next up is my Dior striped book tote, and this was in the small size before they made the new small size. So now this one is considered the medium, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I had the striped one and the Tote in the larger size. The small wasn't really getting used and it was tricky under the arm. The Tote is still one that I can't bring myself to sell just yet because, I mean, I still really love that pattern, even though I feel like I'm not reaching for my book tote as much, maybe because I'm not really traveling anywhere or I'm using my Goyard St. Louis a lot more. It's just so much lighter, but for some reason I just still can't let go of the Dior book tote just yet. It's still like a bag I really love to have, and probably if I went with oblique it would have been gone already. Next we have the Bottega Mini Jody, and this one was a bag that, again, someone was looking for. And I was okay to let this one go because I was kind of shifting towards different white bags. Even though this was the first white bag I added to my collection that I felt really comfortable with. But I think what I was seeing is how this bag was wearing over time through other people. And so I just kind of got worried about that and didn't want my bag to end up that way. So I figured like I would switch to a different color eventually, and you guys will see that probably in the next video. Next to our Loewe, the first one is the puzzle bag, and that one I had for a few years in the camel color, and then I realized I had way too many camel bags and I decided to opt for something that was in the taupe shade. And I got this one through a project. A couple of these bags I got through working with retailers. That's also why my collection shifts so much. It's because of, like, it's part of the job as well. My style was just not really reaching for this one as much. And with the basket bag, it was just always tracking in sand from the beach, even though it's still super cute. I now use like my Prada tote, or like we literally just have like a wagon we'll bring to the beach. And this is my summer bag now. The Prada one has like huge holes in it, so certain things can fall through, but I like it because it doesn't track sanded. I would have to shake down that Loewe basket bag every single time before I brought it into the house. But it is really cute for picnics if you're not bringing it to the beach, and they come in so many different colors and sizes. So I still really love all these bags. I don't hate any of the bags I've ever sold or rehomed. It was just something that I stopped really gravitating towards or realized I could do without it. And then the last one is the Row Bindle bag, and this one I have had for a few years. I got it at Barney's, so really long time ago. And yeah, I just always hung on to it because I always thought it was such a simple and easy silhouette. But then I would have a hard time styling it because of what I wanted to put in versus how much stuff actually looked good in it. If I put in too much, it kind of just looked like a sack. If I didn't put enough, it was just kind of like a lot of fabric. But I still really love this style, and I do love a lot of the row bags if you are looking for something super minimal and just simple. That is going to be it for this video. I need to go pack for my trip to LA. My flight is tomorrow morning. Fingers crossed there are no delays or cancellations. So I will see you guys in a vlog next week. But if you have any questions about bags you're considering selling, any questions about what to do if you are looking to sell a bag, options for it, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try and get back to you guys with another response, like in a video or maybe a blog post, to just kind of help you guys through the process. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and your love and support mean the world to me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.